Hello, you're welcome to my channel. In this video, we're going to be evaluating 2 raised to the power of 22 minus 1. Now, this question is very interesting and you are really going to enjoy the way I'm going to evaluate this question. So do pay attention and make sure you watch this video till the end. So let's start. 2 raised to the power of 22 minus 1. Okay, how do I start evaluating this? Now, I want you to look at something. Do you know that we can bring in the concept of difference of two squares? Now, I get it. This is raised to the power 22. And 1 seems not to have a power. But you know that 1 raised to the power 2 is also what? 1. Because 1 times 1 is 1. So I can just play with that a little bit by writing it as, now watch this, I'm going to write 2 raised to the power 22 minus 1 squared. Now, for this one, all clear, it's beautiful. But what about this one? 2 raised to the power what? 22 and not raised to the power 2. You know, if we talk about difference of two squares, they must have a square on one of the terms and square on the other term. I don't have that quite yet, but I can do that. So 22 can be expressed as what? 2 times 11. Yeah, it can, because 2 times 11 is what? 22. The reason why I'm doing this is because I want to bring in a square here. Okay, let's do that. So I'm going to write it as what? 2 raised by what? 11 and then 2. Because from one of the laws of indices, if you have a raised to the power m bracket n, this is also what? A raised to the power mn. So these exponents will multiply and then you have mn. So if you want to multiply 11 and 2, it gives you back what? 22. You see? All right. So I've not changed anything. I just reordered. Okay. So let's now write this here as what? Minus 1 squared. Can you see a squared here and a squared here? So we can apply difference of two squares. If you have a squared minus b squared, this is equal to what? A plus b in bracket and then what? A minus b. If you compare, you will see that a is what? 2 raised to the power 11. If you are comparing now. And b is what? B is 1 here. Okay. So let's do the comparison and let's have it in this form. A plus b in bracket and then a minus b. So I'm going to have what? 2 raised to the power 11. Okay. Plus 1 in bracket. And then what? 2 raised to the power 11 minus what? 1. I'm using this one right here. Difference of two squares. Okay, let me just take this off. Now, another challenge has come again. 2 raised to the power 11, quite a large number. In this test, we're not allowed to use a calculator. You are asked to do this without using a calculator. How would you not get 2 raised to the power 11? Would you start doing 2 times, 2 times, up to 11 times? Well, that could work, but it's going to take a little bit of time. How about we play around this a little bit? 2 raised to the power 11. 11, I can break 11 down. 11 can be expressed as what? 5 plus 5 plus 1. Yes, it can. So 5 plus 5 is 10. 10 plus 1 is what? 11. Now, the reason why I'm doing this is to make the working a little bit easier for us, okay? Since we're not allowed to use a calculator, I would have just typed this in a calculator and gotten my answer, but I cannot do that. So I just have to play around it a little bit. Now, I'm going to write that 2 raised to the power 5 plus 5 plus what? 1. Remember, I just replaced 11 with what? 5 plus 5 plus 1. So that's plus 1 here in bracket. And then I'll do the same thing here. 2 raised to the power 5 plus 5 plus 1. Then minus 1 in bracket again. How is this even going to help us? Now, let me tell you this. From one of the laws of indices, if you have a raised to the power m times a raised to the power n, this can be expressed as what? A raised to the power m plus n. Why? They have the same base. So what I want to do now is to transfer it from this form. As you can see, this relates to this, okay? I want to transfer it from this to this. It's going to be what? 2 raised to the power 5 times, this is times, so 2 raised to the power 5, then times 2 raised to the power 1. See, they all have the same base. If you want to apply that law of indices, you will have to add the exponent, which is 5 plus 5 plus 1, and then it gives you back this, which will give you back 2 raised to the power 11. Can you see the way we are playing around these numbers? Just to make our working easier. So I'm going to do the same thing here. 2 raised to the power 5 dot or times 2 raised to the power 5 times 2 raised to the power 1 minus 1. At least you know what 2 raised to the power 5 is. Okay, in case you don't know what that is, it is what? 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is what? 32. You see how simplified this has become. So I'm going to replace that right here. So 2 raised to the power 5, like I did 32, all right, times 32 here, all right, and then times 2, then plus 1 in bracket. What about this one? The same thing. 2 raised to the power 5 is 32. This is not decimal point, it is times dot, then times 2 minus 1. Now we have just a little challenge. 32 times 32. We can easily multiply that. That should not be a problem. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 3 is 6. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 3 is 9. Let's add. This is 4. 6 plus 6 is what? 12, right? To carry 1. 1 plus 9 is what? 10. What do we have? 1024. So 32 times 32 is 1024. Remember, we are still times it by 2 plus 1. And this again is what? 1024 times 2 then minus 1. Beautiful. Let me take this off. So easy now. 2 times 1024 should not be a problem, right? So this is what? 8. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 0 is 0. 2 times 1 is 2. So 2048 plus 1 in one bracket. And the same thing again. 2048 then minus 1. Okay. Not much a problem. 2048 plus 1 is 2049. And then what about this one? 2048 minus 1 is 2047. So I have these two numbers to multiply. Okay, well, it looks large, but we can still multiply. So 2049 times 2047. Let's multiply this together. 7 times 9 is what? 63. Right? 3 carries 6. 7 times 4 is 28. 28 plus 6 is what? 34. So you write 4, you carry what? 3 over. 7 times 0 is 0 plus 3 is 3. 7 times 2 is what? 14. Now, because we're not allowed to use a calculator, otherwise I would have just used a calculator for this. So we're doing this without the help of a calculator. Okay? Now let's continue. So what is 4 times 9? Is what? 36. So you write 6, you carry 3 over. 4 times 4 is 16. 16 plus 3 is what? 19. Write 9, carry 1 over. 4 times 0 is 0 plus 1 is 1. 4 times 2 is what? 8. And then this next one is just a bonus because it will be what? 0, 0, 0, and what? 0. When you use 0 to multiply these digits. Okay? Now the last digit is what? 2. Let's multiply. 2 times 9 is 18. All right. You write 8. You carry 1 over. 2 times 4 is 8 plus 1 is 9. 2 times 0 is 0. 2 times 2 is what? 4. It's time to add these many digits. So 3 comes down here. 4 plus 6 is 10. Write 0. Carry 1 over. 1 plus 3 is 4. 4 plus 9 is what? 13. Write 3. Carry 1 over. 1 plus 4 is 5. 5 plus 1 is 6. 6 plus 8 is what? 14. Write 4. Carry 1. 1 plus 1 is 2 plus 8 is 10. 10 plus 9 is 19. Write 9. Carry 1 over. This is 1. This is what? 4. So what do we have? 4194303, which is what? 123, 123. So that's 4,194,303. So when you multiply these two numbers here, it's going to give you what? 4,194,303. So what does this mean? It means that 2 raised by 22 minus 1 is equal to what? 4,194,303. Okay, I hope you enjoyed every bit of this video. Do well to subscribe to this channel And make sure you share this video to your friends and family. Invite your friends, let them come and enjoy the value that I share in this channel. Thank you very much for staying till this time. I will see you in the next video. It's bye for now.